Shooting Federation is hosting their elections, and they are all ready for these elections. We're going to know what exactly is happening, what progress has shooting as a federation, as a sport in the country has made, and what exactly should we expect from the new office which is coming in after this election that is happening on Saturday. But in studio, I'm joined by Sami Onyango, Secretary of Competitions. Karibu sana and welcome to the show. Kindly give us a small elaborate of what you've done since 2020, the entire 2024 and since 2025 began.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Actually, I'm the competitions and training captain. And the National Gunmen Association, as you know, it is one of the regulated associations we have in the country, it being taken into effect that the kind of items that we use are firearms, and this is regulated under the laws, Cap 114 of the Republic of Kenya. And Jeff, as you know very well, we've taken large steps. We've been able to host Africa Championships in terms of competition. We've been able to hold several trainings for our members. We've been able to have our shooting range to expand to our different regions. But now we need to go to another further step higher. We need to harness the kind of talent that we have within our members, the kind of rich resource that we have within our members, so that we can come and assist even the government in bringing in a lot of security and peace within the public space. And if that requires somebody who has been on the field, as you know, I've been trained as a master instructor, I'm also a master shooter. I've been able to win several local competitions and international competitions. I'm currently the international point of contact for IDPA, and it's a high time that now we remove the association from being just another national thing that is happening within Nairobi, Mombasa, and bring it to international levels. We need to make sure that the teams that are operating within South Africa, the ones that are operating within the USA, are connecting directly with the National Gunmen Association so that this moves even further. We have the Defensive Pistol Federation. And now this federation also needs to grow. From the time that we took over and we are able to be put into office, it has never moved forward. It has only had one local competition, and that's it. Now we need to bring the World Championships into Kenya.
You've been in office for quite some time now, and you've seen how things work. Probably, what are the things that you think the new office, which probably would be elected, should change?
Definitely. You see, the thing is this. Right now, if I'm given the leadership and with a lot of consultation with the members, we are going to change all this. We're going to make sure that when our members come to the shooting range, they are able to get ammo at a very reduced price. As currently, it is at a very high cost. And this is what is inhibiting things. Our members have not been able to access government services the way they're supposed to access these government services. We've been talking about negotiating with government to make sure that some regulations, some laws are changed, and this and that is put into place. But nobody has taken that step, the leap, to go forward and say that now is the time, we must engage, we must start putting up the policies, getting to our members of parliament and to speak to them. But this time around, Jeff, we have decided there is no more waiting and watching from the back seat. We're going to take the lead and we're going to start doing it from there. And I can assure you, within the sporting fraternity, we're going to feel a lot of difference.
By saying at least cheaper ammo?
Yes.
Where are you going to get it from?
Oh, definitely. You see, we've always been talking about being exempted in tax exemptions on importation of sporting equipment. This being a sporting equipment, we're going to follow that channel. I'm a licensed firearm dealer, and I know very well that the association and the federation can follow channels to import their own products. And when you import your own products, then you regulate the price, and your members are able to get at a fair price. I can tell you from the kind of exposure we've received from the media, KTN especially, you've been able to uplift us to a point where people have come to understand, demystify the use of firearms within the country. And I would tell you that we would not let you down. We would make sure that we keep on partnering with you to make sure that this thing moves well.
It's a key issue. Shooting has always been in Mombasa and Nairobi. What are you going to do to integrate it and also to ensure that it's going all over the country? Everybody can access, everybody can play, and that's how you can tap into talents.
If you see right now, we started by only having one shooting range in Nairobi. We extended and we have now two in Nairobi. In fact, more than two in Nairobi. We have the KRC, which is in Langata. We have the Jockey Club, which is in Ngong. We also have another one, which is Stoniathi, just down here. We have another one that is in Mount Kenya. We have the Meru Club. We have one in Naivasha, which is Hado. We have Kedong shooting range in Naivasha again. We have Nyanza Club, that is in Nyanza and Kisumu. We are looking at opening regions. We have even come up with the regional management department within the association. And all this, and opening reciprocation between the local clubs and opening reciprocation with the international clubs will foster a lot of growth. And this will bring in more women and will bring in more youth into the sport. And with that, it enriches the base of the members, and the membership part plays its role.
Going forward, probably, which position, by the way, are you vying for?
I'm vying for the chairman. As I said, you have to lead from the top.
Okay, now I understand why you're too vocal about this issue. What are you going to change, by the way?
I'm telling you, I'm going to change Ngao Kenya. I'm going to make sure that Ngao Kenya is a home to be in. We're going to be the premier association, and there's going to be none other like that. I've done it before with smaller associations. I've been the national chairman of all chiefs of staffs of Kenya. I've been the chairman of some of our Africa clubs. So I'm going to make sure that all that, I'm going to bring it back home. And our members are going to lead from the front.
This sport seems very expensive to some people. That poor boy in Kisii, that poor boy from Luo Nyanza, who does not have any access, not a police officer, is nothing, just out there trying to be somebody, but they cannot access ammo, they cannot access guns, they cannot even train because they are from poor background. Are you going to have a program? I see golf, they have a program now for people who can join the sport because they're talented and they can be paid for. Are you going to have a similar program?
Yes, Jeff. We've had this discussion, in fact, when the former CS, Babu Nabamba, was in office. We had a very lengthy discussion with him and a plan to come up with a Ngao Kenya talent, a talent group, that we were calling it a talent search kind of a program, where we were supposed to tap into schools, the neighboring schools around us to start with, so that we can get a feel and use that to study and see how further well we can go in. Sporting activity using firearms and ammunition doesn't have necessarily, you don't really have to own it yourself or buy it yourself. If you go to a shooting club or approach a shooting club and you see that you're talented and you're able to pull this up and maybe make you grow with it, we are going to be able to harness that. And if we see that you're doing well, then we'll try and negotiate with government and see if we get these good sports shooters who are shooting very well, maybe channel them through NYS, maybe channel them through the police during the recruitments. And once they become officers, then they can access these firearms at their duty places, they can access the ammunition at their duty places, but still come out and shoot with us as a sport, because that's what we are doing. We are able to shoot with the disciplined services officers, we are able to shoot with the disciplined forces officers, and we have been able to grow. Some of them today, as I speak to you, are shooting internationally, and they've turned it as a profession, and it is something that they're earning good money out of. So we have seen there is a possibility. Channel them through the rightful channels of government, let them be police officers, let them be military officers, they will be accessing ammunition, they will be accessing firearms, they will have an employment. And at the same time, we are still training them. As I speak to you currently, we're just coming from Rwanda, where you saw us winning the SWAT challenge, in Rwanda. Yes, I'm the trainer of the team that won the SWAT challenge in Rwanda. These are all police officers, and I've been incorporated to train them and work with them. And if you see their ages, they're very young. The same thing that was with the SWAT ladies, the ones from the APS. I was in Jordan with them. The same thing. Training them, and I've been training them for some time, so that now if you find them when they come out and they go for international competitions away from even the police, they can do a good job.
What are the challenges that you are facing previously, and how are you going to handle them? Because they're going to come up as well in the new elections with the new leadership. How are you going to handle them?
Change is something that many people find difficult to accept. And I am very sure that with a lot of communication and passing on the right information to the people, then the people will accept to move forward with you. And also, it's not everything that you want done shall be done the way it's supposed to be. But you must accept that the little that you have, grow into it. And as you keep on growing into it, then bigger changes will come out. I am ready for the challenge, and I'm so sure the membership will accept, because we have to move as a team.
By the way, you have been an instructor for quite some time, and you've been working with so many. Have you ever experienced what we call range?
Range?
Range. And how do you handle that?
I will tell you something about firearms. Firearms calm you down. Firearms really calm you down, because you really have to exercise the highest level of discipline. Firearms do really calm you down. When people talk about mental health disorders and people talk about some challenges that you find here and there, and you go to the range and you fire a few rounds, the adrenaline run pushes you to a level where you calm down. It is very rare for you to find somebody who's in the shooting range having to have gone berserk, like in the association we have today. We've never had a single case where any of our members has been found in bars or in where misbehaved or gone and shot his firearm out easily, wrongfully, or something like that. We've never had that experience with our membership, because we are very disciplined, and we do ensure that we bring that to our members, and they understand. We have forums where if you bring that kind of behavior, we expose you. We're the first ones to even take you to the police. So this I've not seen in our ranges because we exercise very high levels of discipline. And if somebody would have those kind of tendencies, we usually say we can pick from the demeanor. And if you pick from the demeanor, we find a way of dealing with it.
The circumcision of women in sport.
Yes.
The numbers are still low. How do we get them up there?
Very true. You see, from the African culture, it is found that it is quite challenging when you find that we always prefer and look at firearms as if it is a mannish thing. It's looked as if it is a male testimonial kind of an activity where men have to be the ones handling it. The few ladies who have come into play in Kenya today, if you look at their progress and how they're able to handle these firearms, if I would tell you that this is a firearm, one of our sports shooters and is a lady, you would not believe that she actually handles firearms or she's carrying a firearm where she is.
The likes of Veronica.
And there are many others who I can tell you today. I don't want to mention them because if I don't mention one other, I'll be blamed for not mentioning this one and not blamed for not mentioning that other one. And it is important that we realize that right now, ladies are taking up a lot of these serious roles. And today, as I speak to you in the association, we have a program known as the Pink Target. The Pink Target ladies have formed a club, and they're having events. They have cancer events, they have social events, they have got very many events that they're currently doing. And this is really helping to promote ladies. They're coming on board, and their youths are coming on board. They're coming with their daughters, they're coming with their sons, and it is becoming a family affair now.
Thank you so much, Sami, for your time, and I wish that we don't see you in court like other federations have gone that way, but we wish all the best in the elections, and we wish you all the best. Good luck, by the way. You're going to be a chairman and change things for this shooting as a sport. We really appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for...
God leads, we follow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
That's all we had for you here at KTN Sports. My name is Jeff Mogire, and watch out for KTN on Saturday, specifically to see how the election goes. Have a good afternoon.